What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this video, we're going to be going over my most recent video game purchases over the last, I don't know, probably 2 months or so. I really need to start doing these more often though, because as you can see, this is not typically where I film videos. I'm actually in one of our dining areas in the house, which is technically right outside of the game room. Here are the doors leading into the game room. But I felt this was kind of like a necessary evil because I've got so much stuff here to show you guys. I just felt like a tabletop would be better to get through this stuff. There are going to be several cuts in this video because unfortunately with the amount of stuff I have, I'm going to have to, basically take this stuff off the table, put more stuff up here to show you guys. So you will see several cuts in this video. This is already going to be long enough, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about these video games. But I just want to go through this stuff, show you guys, so you can get an idea of what I've picked up over the last couple months. So let's go ahead and let's get started with the, actually let's do systems first. That's usually what we do. So I did get this really cool Game Boy Advance in the box. So if you guys can see it here, I might take a picture of it and show you guys a closer up picture because it's pretty neat. From what I've gathered, this was a Black Friday exclusive through Walmart, and it basically just came with a cover that goes over the screen, but it doesn't look like this one comes up for sale too often. So like I said, I got a good deal on this and was able to pick it up, so I'm happy to add this to the collection. Other than the bonus screen cover, it's pretty much just, a standard Game Boy Advance, but it's neat to see a Black Friday exclusive Game Boy Advance to make it into the collection. And this console was basically brand new. The lady says she just tested it when she bought it. It looks really good, in perfect condition, so happy to get this. Next up, a big console I added to the collection is the Poly Mega. I'm sure you guys have seen me make at least one video on the Poly Mega, and I'm actually starting to collect for the Sega Saturn because of this console. So you're going to see a lot of Sega Saturn videos on the channel coming up in the near future. So if you guys like the Saturn, keep an eye out for that stuff. I also picked up a PlayStation 5 since the last pickup video. Unfortunately, I can't get the box. It's kind of way up in the air in my game room, but I'll probably insert some pictures of it here so you guys can see that. But I made several videos about the PS5 too that you guys can watch if you want to. Alright, so moving on, let's go ahead and look at the console systems, which is what we typically do next. I might put up some pictures of these Game Boy games because usually the camera's not this far away from me, so these might be a little bit hard to see. But we have Hercules, Bart versus the Juggernauts, Ring Rage, Earthworm Jim, we've got Street Racer, which is a really good game, Riddick Bowe Boxing, we've got Pit Fighter, Cubert, and we've got Mulan, which is really cool. I love Disney games from the 8 and 16-bit generations, so it's cool to get some of those. And, there were some great games in here. Bart versus the Juggernauts is one I didn't really know existed. Got Earthworm Jim, so there's not much you can complain about in that little lot of Game Boy games. So moving on, I guess let's go ahead and show Switch next, since that can be a handheld. So we have G.I. Joe Operation Blackout in a generic case. We've got 1971 Project Helios, Farming Expert 2019. GameStop was running a really good deal on Switch games, so I just picked those up because I didn't have them. Kind of the same situation here. We have Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Family Feud. Got those for about $5 a piece. That's why I picked those up. We have the Persistence, which I think I also have this on PS4. I think you can actually play this in VR if I remember correctly. And we've got Friday the 13th, the game, which I also have on PS4. And then the Switch game I'm most excited about, but I haven't even opened it yet, we have the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is from Limited Run Games. Comes with a lot of really, really cool Castlevania games. The one I was most excited for was Kid Dracula. So yeah, that's really, really cool. I love the Castlevania games. So I'm looking forward to opening it up and trying it. I might just get the digital version and just leave the physical copy sealed. I'm not sure yet. I'll look into that later. All right, so moving on to the Nintendo DS and 3DS, I'm just going to group these games together. We have Disney Infinity, which is loose. We've got Adventure Time Finn and Jake Investigations. We've got Crosswords Plus. Disney's Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. We've got Sims 2 Apartment Pets. What's Cooking with Jamie Oliver? I know that's going to be a big winner. We've got Deal or No Deal, which is a game show I really, really enjoyed back in the day. We've got Personal Trainer Cooking. Now, some of these games I got in lots, so, you know, obviously something like Personal Trainer Cooking isn't something I would pick up on its own. But if there's a big lot of Nintendo DS games that I want to purchase, you're always going to get some games like this in there. What is this? We have Princess Natasha, I guess, maybe. We've got Hamster's Life. So I'm sure I'll spend a lot of time with that one. We have Paws and Claws Pet Vet. Disney's The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure. Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. I think there's a GameCube game. I think this is on the GameCube as well, if I remember correctly. And I actually like the GameCube version a lot. So it'd be interesting to see how the DS version plays. We have Paws and Claws Pampered Pets. Nickelodeon Victorious Hollywood Arts Debut. Imagine Fashion Designer. Jewelry Design. We have Phineas and Ferb, or Phineas and Ferb, however you say that. We have Bust a Move DS. You can't never go wrong with Bust a Move. And we have Phineas and Ferb, or Phineas and Ferb, Ride Again. So, I mean, overall, not a lot of great stuff. But, you know, some of that stuff is just filler stuff that will go into the collection. And like I said, when I saw, I think this was 2 separate lots, I saw several games I was interested in, so I just bought them. And the other stuff was just, you know, thrown in or whatnot. All right, so moving along, let's go ahead and show PSP next. We have NBA The Inside 10 or NBA 2010 The Inside. We have MLB The Show 2007. Invisimals. And probably the PSP game I was most excited to get, we have Juiced Eliminator. I really like racing games, so that one looked like a fun game. And I didn't pay $10 for it. I got a decent deal from a guy that I buy games from that lives in the same state as me. All right, so moving along, I guess let's go ahead and show like PS2, PS3, Xbox, stuff like that. So we got one PS3 game. We have The Fight Lights Out. I thought this one looked really, really interesting. It uses the PlayStation Move. All right, PlayStation 2, we have Rebel Raiders Operation Nighthawk and Risk Global Domination. Alright, so now for the original Xbox, we have NCAA Football 2005 and Top Spin. It's one of those dual disc games. And then the Xbox game I really wanted, we've got Grabbed by the Ghoulies, made by Rare. This is always a game I've wanted to try. I've never played it before, but still really, really cool, and happy to add that to the collection. Now for the Xbox One, we have Rise, Son of Rome. Rise, Son of Rome. This game's always looked intriguing to me, so I wanted to pick it up. And then brand new, I found this game at Five Below, which is like a discount store where I live. We have Risk of Rain 2 for the Xbox. Like I said, this was $5, brand new sealed, so I wasn't going to pass that up. So for PS4, we have Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I already have this game. This came with some games that I bought. And this one's sealed, so I'm just going to keep it sealed. But Uncharted games, who doesn't love them? Fantastic series. Next up, we have Everybody's Golf VR, which is basically what the Hot Shots Golf games turned into. And I love PlayStation VR. I like collecting physical VR games, so I wanted to give this a try. I haven't really played it yet. Unfortunately, it's a loose disc. Got it from GameStop. And then we've got Cyberpunk 2077. I never played this game, but Target had it marked down for $10. And when I bought the PS5, I wanted to try this game. Game runs great on PS5. I haven't seen no issues with it, but I know they fixed a lot of problems that the game had. I really don't know how it runs on PS4, if it's any better, but it runs good on PS5, and it's actually a really cool game. I like it. Alright, so moving on, let's show PlayStation 5 games. Just like Risk of Rain 2, I found this at Five Below. We have NBA 2K21 on PS5. So when I found a $5 PS5 game, I couldn't turn that down, so I just picked it up. I know it's NBA 2K21, but for $5, I'll add it to the collection. We have Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Very, very good 3D platformer. We've got Ratchet & Clank: A Rift Apart. Another fantastic game. Immortals: Phoenix Rising. This game should be better than what it is, and it's not a terrible game, but it's not great either. I haven't opened this yet, but we have Crazy Chicken Shooter Edition. I got that for like $12 from Amazon. And then we have Spider-Man Miles Morales. The Spider-Man games, you cannot go wrong with these. I really like the original Spider-Man game on PlayStation 4, and this is a great game on PS5. It looks fantastic. Alright, so moving right along, let's go ahead and let's show the Nintendo Wii next. Got a little stack of games here. Alright, so first up for the Wii, we've got Wild West Shootout. And this is one of those games that comes with like 3D glasses. I don't know, I'm always really intrigued with Nintendo Wii light gun games. So when I saw this one, I had to pick it up. I guess like the bundle comes with a gun and stuff, so I might try to pick that up one day. But nonetheless, that's cool to have for now. I bought this just for the name, I'll be honest with you, but we have Defendin' the Penguin. I mean, how do you not buy a game called Defendin' the Penguin? So yeah, add it to the Wii collection. We have Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party. We've got Hollywood Squares. This game was intriguing to me. Sometimes I just see a game and the name alone just draws me into it. So this one's called Alien Monster Bowling League. Once again, I don't know how you don't buy a game called Alien Monster Bowling League. So yeah, I thought that was really, really neat. So we have Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which I actually think is really, really fun on the Wii. I have a good time with this game. And I actually really like the kart racing game, the mini game that's built into it. But yeah, this plays good on Wii, at least in my opinion. We've got Iron Man on Wii. Bully Scholarship Edition. A really interesting, fun game on the Wii. We have Deadly Creatures. Definitely pick this one up if you guys haven't. It's a very, very unique game. We have Victorious Boxers Revolution. I really like arcade style boxing games, so I had to pick that up. We have Obscure the Aftermath. I really want to try to pick up all the mature rated games for the Wii, so I had to pick this one up when I found it for a decent price. And then we have Deca Sports. Alright, so definitely some really, really cool Wii games that I have for the collection. Some stuff that I'm really happy to get as I drop my PS5 games. But yeah, some great games there. Happy to add those. And, you know, some of those I've been looking for quite some time. So next, let's go ahead and let's go with the Nintendo GameCube games next. We've got Shark Tale, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, NHL Hits 2002, FIFA Soccer 2002, NCAA Football 2004, Frogger Beyond, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2003, 007 Agent Under Fire, Backyard Football, NASCAR Thunder 2003, MVP Baseball 2005, Bratz Rock Angels with a chewed up case, Beach Spikers Virtual Beach Volleyball, and then the two games I'm most excited to add to my GameCube collection, we have Freaky Flyers, and last but certainly not least, we have Cell Damage. So those last two are games I've been looking to pick up for a while. Both have went up in price here over the last year and a half or so, so waited till I could find a deal and went ahead and picked those up. As you know, GameCube games are getting really expensive, and I now have close to 300 GameCube games, so it's getting harder and harder to pick those up as time goes by. But that's going to bring us to our first intermission here. So let me go ahead and get off here and let's load up some more games to show you guys the next set of games I got. Alright guys, now that I got the rest of the games up here on the table, let's carry on. Let's finish up this pickups video. So we're going to go through Saturn first here. So first up we've got Resurrection Rise 2. Or Rise 2 Resurrection, however you say that. We've got College Slam, which is basically NBA Jam, but with college teams and players. This is loose disc, unfortunately, but we have Three Dirty Dwarfs, which is a fantastic Saturn game. And I would much rather pick up a loose disc for $50 than, you know, pay full asking price for this game complete in box. We've got Thunder Strike. Is this Thunder Strike 2? Yeah, Thunder Strike 2. For some reason, I always miss that 2 in the title. We've got Hyper 3D Pinball. This was loose disc as well, and I printed out artwork and put it in a DVD case. We have Criticom, which is not a good fighting game, but not as bad as some people make it out to be. So we've got Mr. Bones next. So unfortunately this game was missing the manual. It had the case and artwork, both discs and everything like that. So I just printed out some artwork and kind of taped it to the inside of the case there. Obviously it's not complete, but it looks good on the shelf, and I got Mr. Bones for a pretty good deal, which I was really happy about. A really, really good game. We've got Bug 2. I already had the original Bug, so definitely wanted to pick that up. at some point in time. And we have F1 Challenge, which is actually a really fun racing game. I was having a lot of fun with this. It's not full arcadey, but it's not full simulator either. And yeah, it's pretty good. I'm putting out all the Saturn videos on my channel, my collecting journey with the Saturn. You've probably already seen all of the Saturn videos I've recorded up to this point when this comes out, but definitely check those out if you guys haven't. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and show Sega CD here. I got loose disc copy of Wing Commander. Loose disc copy of World Cup USA 94. Which is a soccer game, and this soccer game is actually kind of hard to find, and it can get kind of expensive. So when I saw a loose disc for a really good price, I just decided to pick that up. We've got Who Shot Johnny Rock, which is worth playing just for the full motion video cutscenes. We've got The Secret of Monkey Island, which is loose disc. Printed out some artwork and stuck it in a DVD case. We've got Jeopardy. And finally, we've got the loose disc version of Night Trap here. And I even had a DVD case that had dual slots in it, so I could put the both discs in here. So yeah, Night Trap is a game that's went up in price a lot here lately. So I opted to get the loose discs and saved a few bucks on that. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and show you guys the Nintendo 64 games, since there's not a lot, but I did pick up some pretty good stuff here. Not necessarily the first game, but up first we've got Madden 64, which is the first Madden game, if I'm not wrong, on the Nintendo 64. Next up, we've got Hexen, which is a game people really like. Next up, we've got Harvest Moon 64, which is one I've been looking to pick up for quite some time, and not the cheapest game on the system. But next up, one of the, I would say, middle-range heavy hitters on the Nintendo 64. Unfortunately, this label has some ripping on it, but it's not too bad. We have Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. The first Castlevania game on Nintendo 64 is really easy to pick up, and it's under $30. I don't really know the exact price of it anymore, but this game goes for a little over $100, so it was good to get this, and I got a pretty good deal on it because it had some label ripping, which I'm not overly stressed about. The N64 is one of those systems where I'm not actively seeking out to get every single game for it, but it is something I want to do in the future, so when I have a chance to pick up games, I'm always going to do it. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and let's show the PS1 games. We've got Triple Play 99, NFL Game Day 2001, NBA Live 99, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3. The last Ridge Racer game I needed for the PS1 is Ridge Racer Revolutions. We've got the Amazing Virtual Sea Monkeys. Amazing Virtual Sea Monkeys. Who would have thought that Sea Monkeys would have had a video game? We've got Gunship. FoxKids.com Micromaniacs Racing, which is a game I had never heard of, so I picked it up. It's pretty interesting. Not the best game ever, but it's pretty good. We have Rally Cross. I've always really enjoyed rally racing games. Casper Friends Around the World. This game is actually really good, especially if you like RC Pro-Am or games like that. We have Daredevil Derby 3D. I would highly suggest picking this game up if you like stuff like RC Pro-Am. I bought this game. It was under 10 bucks, but this is a really, really fun game. I like the graphic style in the game and everything like that. All right, so now for some long box PS1 games, we have NHL Face Off, Battle Arena Toshinden 2, and speaking of Ridge Racer, we've got the long box version of the first Ridge Racer game here. So yeah, definitely some really, really good PS1 stuff to add to the collection. Like I said, Daredevil Derby 3D, something that you should definitely pick up if you guys like racing games. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and let's show the Super Nintendo games. We have Space Football. I picked this up because it was cheap and I had no clue what Space Football was. So definitely wanted to pick that up. We've got Wolf Child, which is a really good Super Nintendo game. Highly suggest that if you guys haven't played it. And next up we have one of the games I've been looking to get for quite some time. We have Power Pigs of the Dark Age. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. But my goodness, like, why wouldn't you buy a game called Power Pigs of the Dark Age? I have a thing for weird named games. So yeah, when I found out this was a thing, I definitely wanted this. Unfortunately, this game's like a $50 or $60 game, but I just had to have it in the collection. Since I only have 2 games here and nothing super special, let's show the NES games. We have Orb 3D and Dr. Chaos. It's getting harder for me to pick up NES games because I've got so many of them. I've definitely slowed down over the last, I'd say, year or so buying NES games. I still want to get a complete set, but it's very, very expensive. And I've been enjoying collecting other stuff here recently, but I will go back to the NES eventually. So last up, let's go ahead and let's show the Sega Genesis games, which my collection has rapidly increased because of Video Games Monthly, and I've picked up some other games along the way. But we have Bugs Bunny and Double Trouble. We'll show the ones in case first. And Goofy's Historical History Tour. I saw this in a local store and I had no clue what it was, but I just had to pick it up because I just thought it was interesting. It looks like a lot of fun. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but Goofy's Historical History Tour, definitely had to have it. Alright, so now for our loose carts, we have King Salmon, which actually seems to be slightly uncommon. We have Triple Score, 3 games in 1, Hang On, Soccer, and Columns. This is another game that just had a strange name, and when I saw it, I just had to get it. It's called Dinosaurs for Hire. Very, very weird. It's fun. I mean, I would suggest picking up if you guys like run and gun games or something like that. But Dinosaurs for Hire. Had to get that. We have Last Battle, General Chaos, Air Diver, Arch Rivals, the arcade game, we've got King of Monsters 2, Echo the Dolphin, the original, Desert Strike, Return to the Gulf, Disney's The Jungle Book, Toy Story, Lethal Enforcers, Cool Spot, Art of Fighting, Family Feud, Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing. We've got Evander Holyfield Real Deal Boxing, which is a game I played as a kid and I really, really liked it. Pretty good graphics on that game. We've got Booger Man, a pick and flick adventure, which is one I've been wanting to get for quite some time. We've got Cliffhanger. And last but not least, we have Flashback. So yeah, like I said, most of these Genesis games came from Video Games Monthly. I picked some of them up on my own. But yeah, and that's going to wrap up this pickups video. As you see, there's a lot of games here that I picked up over the last 2 months. A lot of good stuff, a lot of filler stuff. Really, really excited to continue collecting for the Sega Saturn. But yeah, you know, this has been a good couple months for me, picking up the PlayStation 5, picking up the Poly Mega, just really enjoying playing some video games. And I hope you guys are too. But let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this pickup video. What was your favorite game that I picked up? Are any of these games that you're looking to add to your collection? I would love to have a little bit of conversation with you guys about video games. And if you do these pickup videos and I don't know about them, let me know and I'll go watch some of y'all's videos. But for now, guys, that's probably going to do it. But I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. But I'm probably going to go open up some boxes, maybe play some of these video games, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. Hope you do too. So until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.